Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this special figure showcase and review we're going to be looking at my Generation 1 Estrella. So this is a Brazilian gold variant of Cliffjumper. So in this video hopefully I'm going to be able to describe or give you as much information about this particular figure and the other crazy colours you can see around him. And of course we're going to try and have a look at him in both modes, because this guy is very fragile and you'll probably see him fall apart in my hands, unfortunately. So what we've got in front of us then is, of course, Cliffjumper. Cliffjumper is, I suppose, more commonly known in this red design. And of course, this is how he was released in 1984 as a Transformer. He did exist as a other toy in a different toy line before Transformers, but he was released in 1984 with a normal sticker on, not a rub sign. So sometimes you hear people refer to figures as pre-rub, etc. This one is a pre-rub because he doesn't have a rub sign, and this one is a rub because he's got rub on. However, when he was released by Hasbro, he was released in two different colours, and ironically enough, the one that I've got on card there is a yellow version of him. So this is of course your standard card, how he was released by Hasbro across pretty much everywhere apart from Japan. And even though if it would have been in one of the European countries, it just would have been a different language. However, what you can see on the outside is these two are Antex versions. So you can see it says Antex there at the top. I'm going to very carefully show you this. This is an Argentinian version. So these did come out literally in Generation 1. So these are 1980s figures. But again, they just made some crazy colours. In South America, you've got IGA that made them in Mexico. You've got Antex that made the mini bots in Argentina, and you've got Estrella, which was made which is the company in Brazil. There's also Linsinha and other things like that, which we don't need to go into much detail, and to be honest I haven't got any, otherwise I'd be showing you, but as you can see they made versions like this. Now apart from the colors being the difference, there is nothing else apart from the date stamp. So what I mean by this is, if I can get it to work in this light, in fact you should be able to see there, see it says Antex on the bottom, and there you go, it actually says Argentina underneath it as well. So these, as I say, were made exactly that, but these are much more inferior. They're not, I suspect you wouldn't class them as a knockoff, you just class them as a South American version. But you can see that the card's not as glossy. You can probably tell that it's not as thick. Oh no, it's very flimsy, and they just had generic figures on the back, and of course it's in a completely different language. Now I've got to confess, I'm not the what am I going to say? I'm not like a guru on these particular figures. I am learning these myself. So if I get anything wrong, please let me know in the comments. I'm not averse to that, and your knowledge will help me, in fact, improve mine. Right, there we go. Can you make out there that it says Estrella, South America, and then you've got, what's it say there, in Brazil as well. So of course, unfortunately with this guy, you can see he suffers from these very loose joints, with the fact that the legs just drop together like that. I might as well quickly just show you these, even though I think I've done videos on them already. These, as I say, are the Antex versions. They've just got different stickers if they've got them on, and unfortunately, as I say, for this guy, he is literally falling apart. The arms do unfortunately come off there. You can see where it's corroded, and that is unfortunately, I know I've said that word too many times now, the problem with lots of these little mini bots. So I'm going to very carefully transform him back into his alternate mode, which is the way that he's going to be staying. And I don't think, to be honest, I'm ever going to transform him again. I just really wanted to show you this. You can see unfortunately that it is corroded. He's got a different sticker on the back. Ironically enough, the wheels, the rubber wheels, are still fine. They haven't perished, they haven't started to chip away. And I'm guessing, I could be completely wrong, that the gold plastic they used in Brazil is completely different to the gold plastic that unfortunately, I said it weird again, has of course perished a load of these standard figures that Hasbro and Takara used, unfortunately, for themselves, whereas this has managed to stay plastic wise intact. But there you go, this is just a little showcase of this particular little guy. This is my new, I suppose, collecting goal now, to collect the South American mini bots. Hope you're going to enjoy the journey with me, and I just wanted to share this little gold Brazilian Cliffjumper with you. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know in the comments if you enjoyed it, or if I got anything wrong, of course, and of course, take care.